So it's been a while. I haven't made a video in quite some time. The last time that I spoke, it was my daughter was in the hospital and we got her out, and just her being skinny and just the struggles of that after her being so big. So this is honestly just my life now in Yahuah. So I do have my head covered in a washcloth right now because I want to make sure that my head is covered. That's really important, especially if I'm on camera and speaking unto people. So this happened pretty recently. I actually got a new job, and I was speaking about that earlier, me getting a job and having to wear pants because that's just a requirement. You have to wear pants on the job. So I do wear pants every time that I do work, and I work with a lot of people that I don't fit in with at all, and this was expected, honestly. And honestly, again, like, I'm used to it. Like, just about everywhere that I go, like, people, like, I guess pick on me, single me out, because they see a certain light in you and they don't want it to exist, and they hate it because they're worldly and you're not. And the phrase, people fear what they don't understand, is true. So when they fear you, they just all like attack you. So this was actually after work one day. I came home and I was with my daughter, and I put her to bed because I get off work. I work long hours, and I put her to bed, and I was just like up, and I was up for a while, and all these things, all these thoughts just kept coming to me because there are certain things that I've wondered about that I have not had answered, and this night they were. So normally I just continue to sleep with my daughter, but this night I was just awake, and I had quite a few things answered, but one of them was just all tied in together. Like, I actually sometimes I'll go into the word, but the word is it's not meant to be blatantly. Like, he'll tell you, Yahusha will tell you, and Yahuwah will tell you in his word, but he won't outright say. Like, his word is instructions if you do read it all through, but it's not like, do this, this, and this, and these are the steps. For certain things they do, it's just very specific. Like, if you want to heal with the oil, you use the oils in the right palm, and you pour the oil in the right palm or the left palm, and then it's just very, very specific and detailed. And a lot of people skim these things over, but these actions alone, if you do the exact actions of the right ear and the right thumb and the right toe, it will heal that person, and you do it as specifically as it says. But other in scripture, when you look, it's not as specific. You have to search it out and seek it out in your own life, and just keep seeking, because again, like, he tries the reins of your heart, and he wants to see if you're really about it, basically. So one thing, I might go a little bit out of order because I did write all this down because it was just all coming to me at once, and it was actually amazing. It was just so much was coming to me at once that I couldn't possibly write it all down. So I got the meat of it, I got the gist of it. So basically, like, this was about work, because I don't really go out all that much. The only time I ever really go out was when I was pregnant, up until even after I had my daughter. It was just, I would not go out. I would just study the word, and that was it. So this is the first time I've actually been out in the world in a while, and it's just gotten progressively worse. So they're animals. I'm telling you, it's crazy. So it starts off, the beginning of my notes actually starts off that in the beginning there was Yahuwah, and in the end it will be him. So he's like everything. He really is. And all light beings belong unto him. It's like a flame, and all the demons around it try to stamp it out. So it's like This world is darkness, and all material things are darkness because they have no soul. That's why Yahuwah tells you to place your treasures above and not on this world. Because this is an esoteric meaning. It's like, you know, the Chinese yin-yang symbol? Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more. The yin-yang, you know, the circle that people get tattooed on them, and they don't really know like what it means, but it came to me then because the world actually is like, it's a circle, and it's not actually like a globe like this, it's like this, and that's like the symbol as well. And on this symbol that's shaped like the actual world is light and darkness. You see white and black. This world is like the only place where, because there's heaven and there's hell, and then there's this world, right? So heaven, this world, and then hell beneath. So this place right here, the yin and the yang, which is really this world, is light and darkness actually, like, they don't coexist because they actually can't, like, they can't exist together, but Yahuwah created it to where they do. So right now, in this time, and in this world, it's like the only time where it's really ever gonna happen, where light and darkness are gonna be together, because there's light and darkness in this world. So why is darkness always mentioned? Like, there's good and there's bad. There's light and there's dark. There's Yahuwah or there's Hashatan. And it's like one or the other. Like, there's no in between. Like, you either belong, honestly, to one or to the other. So, what I was talking about with, like, material things and, like, light beings, pretty much like this world is just so like dark, like that if you do have Yahuwah, you do have the real Kakadash, or the set apart spirit in you, that they can sense it, like they sense that you're around and they don't like it. So like it's just like pretty much like close your eyes and like it's just like all dark, and then like you see like one flame. Like there's so little of us, there's so little of people who worship Yahuwah in spirit and in truth, so little of people, and these are all the same people, so little of people who love Yahuwah and Yahuwah dwells inside, that it's just like little flames like all over the place, because he says that only thousands love him in this world. Only thousands, not millions, not the Christian church, which is like billions of people. Only thousands of people love him. So they're just like little flames like in the world, and once like the darkness like sees it, they like wanna, you know, like you put a fire out, like a little flame, like you just like stamp it out. So so I said that in the beginning there was Yahuwah, and that in the end it'll be him too. So like we're like little flames right now, but like in the end it's just gonna be like a flame, just like light, and it'll just consume the darkness, because they cannot coexist. So it'll just be all light and there will be no darkness anymore, because Yahuwah conquers and he wins, and he proclaimed the end from the beginning. So we already know what's gonna happen. Yes, it is hard, but how happy I am, and I pray this constantly, that my master, the one that I obey, is the one who is in control, because he doesn't have just a little bit of control. He doesn't have control tomorrow but not today, or tomorrow, you know, he doesn't have control just sometimes. It's all the time, and it's full control over everything. He's in absolute control of everything. So how happy and just rejoice over that fact that the one that you serve is the one who is in control of everything, and that you're gonna win. So don't worry, you know, don't let anyone trouble you, because Yahusha bore the stripes on his back for you. So don't let any person trouble you at all. Okay, right? So there's either one or the other. Like there's no kind of, like, it's either Yahuwah or it's Ashatan. It's either light, it's darkness. You can't be in the middle. It's either one or the other. Okay, so like, and this was like while I was actually like in the dark. So like I put my daughter to bed after I went to work, and like I turned the light on because I was in the dark, and I was like, why are people like afraid of the dark? Like, why is darkness always mentioned? And okay, so I don't know like how old anyone watching this is, but like when I was younger, there was a show called Are You Afraid of the Dark? And it's like, like why? I understand that there's other fears, but they emphasize this one, like dark. And just the way that they said it in a scary way. Okay, so when this world fully becomes what it really is with no pretenses, it will be darkness. You will be able to see demons. You will be able to see giants. You will be able to see what's summoned from below and what has been here but has been invisible all along. Okay, so this world, and I mentioned as well that like material things, like they don't really have a soul. Like this is not light. Like this is not light. This is not light. So if I focus on these things and these things are what's important to me, then I'm not going to be full of light anymore. I'm going to be full of darkness, because I equate like my light is like, oh, like a new watch. Like this is what I want instead of righteousness. I equate a watch over righteousness. So I'm full of darkness because the things that are set above are righteousness, truth, being merciful, having loving kindness inside of you, having long suffering inside of you. But if you choose, the beach over, and vacations and just material things over long suffering, or the mall over being merciful, and just things that actually don't have any meaning at all, things that will pass away, and things that, okay, when I turn the light off, all of these things turn dark. They don't embody anything. So okay, so this has been like coming up a lot, that the power is gonna go out and that this world is gonna be like in darkness, but it is at the same time already. A lot of people live in the dark because of what they place their treasures on. So because they place their treasures on this world, it is darkness, right? So I've really been talking about that. I'm a little bit distracted if you can't tell, so bear with me with that past part just now, but at the same time catch my drift. Right, so because Ashatan will have you worshipping the sun. The sun is like light, but it's not actually the essence of light. It is not light. The sun is not Yahuah. Sun worship, which has been going on for so long, like that's something that came up as well. Like, why sun worship? Why the sun out of all things? Like, and I would look this up on YouTube, and like sun worship, and it never said like why the sun. It always said like just like what sun worship actually is, and I already did the research on that. So this one part was missing, so I never found the answer. It was just the history and the study of it. So Ashatan wants to be exalted and be like the Most High. He cannot be the Most High. He can just be like him. So the sun gives off light because Yahuah made the sun to give off light. It is the light for the day so that we can see. And if you look in scripture, when he's speaking about the abominations, like look this way, and then there's people bowing down to the east worshiping the sun. And Ashatan will have you worshiping the sun if you don't pay attention. You know, so the sun does give off light, but only because light, the light being the giver of light, Yahuwah deemed it to be so. Yahuwah is in control of everything. Right, so that was just something that I've always wondered about, and it made sense when everything was just coming to me all at once. So another thing I've always wondered about is rubbing the nose. Like, it was something that I noticed, but now it's just like more intense. I see it a lot now. Don't play at the outlet. No! Okay. Okay, so like, you know, like when people like go like this, right? Like they itch their nose, they itch themselves. And I always wondered why. Like, why do people do it? Like, I could see to an extent, but my encounters, it was excessive. Like, I'll just tell you like a little bit. Like, I work with people where like I have to interact with them, and it's every person that I just about very minimal that they do not. Every person that I talk to, just about, like, I'll even, like 8 out of 10 people, 7 out of 10 people that I talk to, they all, like, even before I start talking to them, they're already like itching their nose. Okay, so this was something that I had, you know, some help on, definitely. So I'll give credit when it's due. So there's a channel called Yahuwah's Remnant, and it's funny that the light is going on and off in the background, like as I speak about this. My daughter's playing with the light, but so Yahuwah Remnant, if you've never seen his channel, that's a channel that I've really been just like watching, like, just because he's an elder, he's wise. You could tell that the Ruach HaKodesh is just speaking through him when he talks, and he's just so wise. And one of his videos was about scriptural oils and why you must anoint yourself, because I would anoint myself with olive oil, and that's what I was doing. And I actually did my walls, my door, my windows, me and my daughter, but it was more so, yeah, it was to protect us from the enemy, so that they would have no home in us. Since then, I've been immersed in Yahuwah's name, in Yahusha's name, which was amazing, by the way, in living water, and doing it the right way. So I did that. My daughter hasn't done it yet. She's still like 1, so I'm gonna wait on that. I just figured that if I were to do it, then I can raise her to be well and go from there. So I'm gonna give credit to Yahuwah Remnant. That's his channel, the elder who speaks in that channel. So, okay, recently I bought scriptural oils, so I ordered them. So it's just like, I believe it's olive oil, but that I was using before, but it's with scents. Like, it's with spices infused in the oil that's like scriptural, that he speaks about in scripture, Yahuwah, and he says, you know, this is these spices, right? So I don't actually know them off the top of my head. So okay, the oils, okay, so when you put these on, when you anoint yourself, and so I got this from Yahuwah Remnant's channel. The actual prayer itself is from Numbers, and I love this because I had already been using this on my daughter. I just hadn't coupled it with the actual oil. So when I'm anointing myself, my head, my hair, and my entire body, right? So you are going to be bearing the scent of Yahuwah himself. So he tied that into me, and he also mentioned that when you do anoint yourself, to say a prayer that I had already been using, just not at the same time. So Yahuwah bless thee and keep thee. Yahuah make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. Yahuah lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. And I will put my name on the children of Israel, and I will barak them, aka bless them. But bless has a different meaning, so barak. I love that one, so hallelujah for him tying that in for me. Okay, so I carry these oils with me everywhere, and everywhere, so it's like, that's my protection, right? So I keep it with me all the time. So it's like, okay, so therefore when I have the daily encounters of the many people that I do, every time they approach me for me to serve them, they rub their noses. Why? The demons that inhabit that worldly fleshly body are irritated and roused by Yah's scent, his very scent. Okay, so the way that Yahuah Remnant described it, because this upcoming part are not my words, it's like you become his territory, and like, right? So, and I love this part, just the way that he ties everything in together is amazing. So he said that because he equated it with the enemy, with Ashatan, he said that because Ashatan is like, just like Ashatan wants to be like the Most High in the sun with light, and he's not actually light, but he wants to be like him, so with light. Okay, so just like that, Yahuah is not Yahuah. Ashatan is like a lion, you know, looking to who he may devour. He's not a lion, he's like one. They're very territorial, so once he sees that you are just enveloped and just Yahuah inhabits you, he cannot come near you. So the roaring lion, who's like a roaring lion, sees that the actual lion, like Judah, the Lion of Judah, is within you, so he will leave you alone, because the scent, the territory is just too strong, so he'll go away. But it's like so that just all made sense to me, because that's something that I always wondered about, the sun worship and the rubbing of the nose, because it was like, it was getting excessive. Like everyone that I talked to would rub their nose, so it's just like, you know. But I gotta go, so shalom, and I love you all.